Well, good morning, everybody. Jughead here. We are in Anacortes, Washington. It is a beautiful day out. Got some sun, some rain, some clouds, and we've got, here she is, 3528 kilo. I've flown her before, and you guys have seen, I was getting ready to make another long trip, and this is what it's going to be. Another great Cub going all the way to Fort Walton Beach, Florida. We got 12 gallons and a 65 horse Continental. That's all we need. This is a view that I will have a lot of over the next week. Topping off 12-gallon fuel tank. There it goes off to Florida. One last circuit around this beautiful Puget Sound side town of Anacortes. They're gonna miss looking up and seeing this Cub. I love their cool purple track on their high school field. If you haven't been up to Anacortes, go do it. Great boating, some cool stuff to see, some hiking. Well, here's two tankers at the Marathon Refinery in Anacortes. They bring in raw material from Canada, the North Slope of Alaska, other places in the U.S., process it into a wide variety of petroleum products and ship it out around the world. The Puget Sound Valley, it's absolutely beautiful. It's known for its daffodils and tulips in the spring, but grows a lot of potatoes, which is pretty crazy to think about. Very, very wet country. This time of year, they're starting to dig trenches, and it is home to more snow geese in the U.S. than just about anywhere. Throughout the winter, you'll see lots of fields with thousands of snow geese, just like this one. This entire valley also has a lot of blueberries, and that's what those red plants are there. Sad, it wasn't even Halloween, and yet the misfit pumpkins have already been tossed out. Typical J3, you fly along the freeway, you're going to feel bad because cars are going to be going faster than you. Here's two new overpasses being built to allow for salmon to migrate more efficiently. And of course, we're going to have beautiful fall colors throughout this entire trip. That's probably what I'm most looking forward to. Barn's available. Wonder what you do with it. I don't know, but it's available. Snoqualmie River. There's the first of many corn mazes we're going to fly over. There's the second of many corn mazes we're going to fly over. Cool bald eagle I saw out along the river. I had to circle one time with him. Here we are coming into downwind into Harvey Field, and there's the third corn maze, and underneath me to the left is the fourth corn maze. How many corn mazes are we going to see between here and Florida? Put your guess in the comments. Hey Dakota, you want to go to Florida with me? You good? You want to go? Think there's enough room there for you, or you want the back seat? Huh? I'm going to be gone a week. You want to try the back seat? Well, good evening, everybody. You know, there's something on every ferry trip, and I have flown it 1 hour, put it in my hangar, was prepping and loading and getting ready to have it ready to leave potentially tomorrow evening when I found something that was causing some issues. So nothing big to begin with. Went to sump the tank, and the sump had some contaminants in it, so it wouldn't shut off. Luckily, I was down to 5 gallons or so in it, so it was race and get a canister to put underneath it while it leaked, race and go get a fuel bag, race and go get a fuel can, race and go get a funnel, and over 20-30 minutes of draining some into the fuel bag and then getting it so full that I couldn't put any more in it, filling into a quart plastic container, and then put my finger over the end of the sump. And it got to where I had to actually remove the sump out because it was taking hours to get things drained. So needless to say, the floorboards are clean now, but there was evidence of an old fuel leak from this sump as well. So got that fixed, found some sludge and stuff in it. Went to visually inspect into the fuel tank, and the metal of the tank looks really clean, but there's about a dozen pieces of yet to be determined stuff floating in it. I tried to grab some pictures. I don't know if this will show up here. Let's turn this around. There you can see it. It floats on the surface of the fuel, has a brownish tint to it, somewhat translucent, so very thin. So I don't know if this is maybe stuff off of an old cork that's delaminated, if it's some fungus growing in it or what. But tomorrow morning I'll come down here with some tools that will allow me to extract all that out, flush the tank again, and then we should be good to go. So is it a big problem? No, but you know, I don't know. Obviously I wouldn't want that stuff going through my carburetor, my gasculator, and getting into the carb for sure. So 85-year-old airplanes, there's always going to be something. It's you just got to look, and sometimes you got to look a little deeper than normal. So she ran great coming down here and had a little bit of headwind, but otherwise a nice evening to be working on it here. We got the skydivers getting the last jumps of the evening in, and so I'll keep you appraised tomorrow of what we find when we pull that stuff out. All right, Jughead and Dakota, we're out. All right, well, here's the first piece that I have gotten out. We're gonna be lacking enough hands to do this very effectively here. Somewhat brittle. All right, so the clog gets it out pretty easy. It is very flexible, very thin. I still think that's fungus growing or bacteria growing, but I'm not 100% positive, but we're getting it out. All right, well, that's what we got out. Leaf-like, flaky, very thin. Well, good morning, everybody. On to the next phase of getting ready to go. With this fuel tank 100% empty, there's a perfect chance to, let's say, calibrate the mechanical fuel gauge. Those that haven't flown J3s, this is the fuel gauge. It's a cork on the bottom of basically a straight piece of steel rod. You talk to the old timers and they say there's 20 to 30 minutes of flying time after the wire goes all the way to the bottom. Well, especially with an airplane with limited range like this, I wanted a more exact answer. So what I'm doing is I'm putting in fuel, a half gallon at a time, and see just exactly how much fuel is left in this tank when the wire gets bottomed out. Don't plan to run it that close, but if you want to make truly accurate decisions, then you need to actually know the systems and the airplane really well. And so that's what we're doing. I'll let you know what I find on the results. Well, it is just starting to float and we have 4 gallons. So 30% of that tank capacity is when the gauge just starts to float. So that's a comfortable half-hour reserve. Realistically, it's close to an hour. When I pushed the airplane around, I noticed the tail wheel spring, especially when I was going backwards, wobbled off to the side. So I crawled under there and looked, and sure enough, that bolt either didn't get tightened up, has backed off or something. So we've torqued that back down, and now we are good to go. So kind of day one, preliminary day of this trip is complete. Here we are pushing out on day 2 to head for Florida. Check back in next time. Jughead will have it all ready in version or in leg 2. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.